Questions and comments. The honourable member for Regina, Lewvan.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I'd like to ask the government member about the challenge of applying a carbon price in Canada while no such price on emissions exists in many other countries. A concern is that this discrepancy could prompt carbon-intensive industries to simply relocate to jurisdictions with weaker environmental standards. That would eliminate Canadian jobs without doing anything to reduce global emissions. On the contrary, it emits about 5 times as much carbon to produce a ton of steel in China and ship it here than to produce it at the Everest plant in Regina. The federal government could level this playing field by extending the carbon price to imports and rebating it on Canadian-made exports.
The Honourable Parliamentary Secretary to the Minister of Natural Resources.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. And competitiveness is one of the issues that our price on carbon is addressing. There are countries, as I mentioned in my remarks, over 46 countries and I think over 26 subnational governments that have put a price on carbon pollution. And as Canada, we're seen as the leader. And we want to be the leader. We certainly don't want to be the laggard. I would also remind the member opposite that the revenue that comes from the price on carbon goes back to each province and territory, and they can choose to do what they wish with it, whether it's lowering taxes for citizens, whether it's giving companies additional money to help innovate and reduce taxes, build hospitals and schools. Provinces do different things with the money as they see fit, but all of those revenues are going back to the provinces and territories. Thank you.
The honourable member for Calgary-Shepherd, a brief answer, please.
Well, the issue the member brings up is an issue of carbon leakage and carbon substitution, an issue that many academics in Canada have talked about. So he's right to point it out. It is an important issue. I would point out, though, it would be extremely difficult for the federal government to sit down and try to carbon price every single product being imported into Canada. But carbon leakage and carbon substitution is an important public policy issue that we should be worried about.
Resuming debate, reprise de débat, the Honourable Parliamentary Secretary to the Minister of Environment and Climate Change.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I rise today to